It's like going in deep water and getting pulled down over and over again, because every time you think, if I do this, it'll make it better, it just makes it worse.
And best of luck trying to find a training partner to simulate this guy in the gym.
It can't happen, and it won't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 28 wins, 19 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 37 wins, 18 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Clay, the Carpenter, Guida! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight.
All right, Clay Guida making another UFC start here tonight as we get ready to go for round 1. Guida will move forward. He will be on his bicycle at times, but Guida's going for the leg. Might be a submission opportunity here. Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. And there's the tap, and a violent one at that, and you get a false sense of security messing around with this guy on the ground. He's got submissions from everywhere, goes to the heel hook well taken.
Beautiful finish by this jiu-jitsu ace. He went right from the top position into that heel hook and got the finish.
Yeah, it's not every day in modern mixed martial arts where you see a fight finished by leg lock. A great display of technique there, just the way he trapped the opponent's leg and ultimately forced him to tap out. Color me impressed. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a heel lock, Clay the Carpenter Guida!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by... Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC. A guy that boxes, unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. Well, if any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald Cowboy Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record book.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the road, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez, and then coupling that with the Quinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen, and this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son, Danger. These are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald Cowboy Cerrone, trying to move one step closer here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 36 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Donald Cowboy Cerrone! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
You ready? You ready to fight? Let's do it.
All right, so here we are, Scotiabank Arena, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the TO, baby. Nothing quite like playing fights in front of these guys.
One time I almost defended my belt in the 6 against Anthony Johnson. I was injured, wasn't able to compete, but Max Holloway once again showed what a champion he is by defeating him.
Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
And we got a fight on our hands. Oh, that'll ring your bell. Head kick.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. Oh, collar tie. Good, dirty boxing.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz. Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those.
Oh!
Who's looking? Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Cerrone's head kick attempt, that one is blocked. Oh, and he gets tagged. Beautiful combination there, and I'm not sure how many more of those power shots he can take, honestly.
The night is almost over. If you keep getting hit with punches like this, you are going to sleep.
Under 2 minutes now to go.
Ooh, what a punch.
Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean, one of the best jabs in the world across all combat sports. The way that it just comes out, it's beautiful. The backside hand is always at the chin. The elbows tucked to the ribs. The jab goes out, the jab comes.
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go change that finish.
Oh, he might be out. Oh, and that is it. Referee has seen enough, and maybe so have we. Your winner by TKO.
That was a great performance. Way to land those strikes and go and chase down the finish when you get an opportunity.
Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
The official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
So the celebration is on with him and his team, and rightfully so. Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A-plus level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at a plus level, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Well, when history looks back at the body of work of this man, Rafael dos Anjos, not just one of the more accomplished Brazilian fighters of all time, maybe even a fringe Hall of Famer, still getting it done now in a second UFC division.
It's unbelievable that he is still able to be so successful after being here so long. I remember after he lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov, the next time you saw him, he was a different guy. From the Jason High fight to beating Benson Henderson, Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis, winning the title and then defending against Donald Cerrone, you understood that he had made the necessary changes in order to become a UFC champion. He's still doing that in a new division at 170 pounds.
And most amazing for me is that this dude started 0-2 in the UFC back in 2008, had a must-win in 2009, and has gone on to become one of the better lightweights and welterweights of his era. Rafael dos Anjos finds himself in another massive spot here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 18 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Michael the Menace Johnson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 32 wins, 14 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
Our round 1 is underway between one of the more well-rounded fighters in this division against maybe the best grappler in this division. Going to be interesting to see how it plays out stylistically.
Yeah, you would think that he would just avoid grappling at all costs because he seems to have a clear advantage on the feet. But we've seen guys fight with their egos before. Let's see how he approaches his matchup.
Well, not much of a setup there. Misses with the left hook. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Just missing on the high kick there.
Let's go. Look for that takedown.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Johnson gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. And he landed the right hand there. All right, lands a kick there. Pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
Oh, that's a big hook to the chin.
Nice head kick. Oh, nice right hand.
Oh, massive kick to the head.
Finish with a high kick.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round 1.
punch lands.
Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean, one of the best jabs in the world across all combat sports. The way that it just comes out, it's beautiful. The backside hand is always at the chest. The elbows tucked to the ribs. The jab goes out. The jab comes right back to the face. It's picture-perfect technique, almost like a Taibo class or something like that.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Rafael dos Anjos.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Lands the right hand. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all.
Let's get going.
20 seconds to go in round one. Final seconds of round one. All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper, and it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
You ready? You ready?
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Oh, that right hand is on point. Just out of range with that right hand. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Johnson gets hit by that kick to the body. Just missed with that right hand. Right hand upstairs. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body. He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Effective strike there by Dos Anjos. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Johnson gets caught with that punch. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Oh! Oh, he gets back up. The question is for how long?
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh!
He didn't like that left hand.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position. Now, the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So, back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
You ready? You ready?
5 minutes to go.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. Got clipped with the right hand. Johnson's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Big Walter punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Look at the angle of that knife. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. They got him. Nice kick.
Just out of range with the straight left.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
He's out!
Unbelievable.
Just the way he drew it up as he gets the knockout victory here tonight. It's hard to land a strike more flush than he did right there, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So he'll see the replay and probably shake his head, but ultimately this is a huge result and a huge win for that fighter here tonight. So a strong candidate for some bonus money there. A huge knockout for him here tonight. Near perfect execution. They'll be talking about this result for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 57 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Michael the Menace Johnson.
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a Well, this is truly an 8-point striker, DC, a Muay Thai practitioner making the walk to the octagon yet again here tonight.
I love the way he stands high on his toes whenever he's approaching. The hands are high, not always closed. They're just up and high. He's bouncing on that back foot, and everything he throws has no load up. The outside leg kick is truly something special. He will brutalize you with the leg kick, and the moment you start to switch your stance, he will go across to the opposite side to beat that leg up. Then you get desperate. You start trying to grab him. That's when you start to run into the knees. You start to run into the elbows. He's just the most brutal guy that we've seen in the UFC for a long time.
And at last check, there are no gloves or any padding on the feet or the knees.
Nothing to protect you.
Caution, flammable. All right, so here he is, the former two-time UFC light heavyweight title challenger, Alexander Gustafsson. There was some retirement talk a few years ago, but he seems to have his head screwed on right now. Came back with that huge knockout of Glover Teixeira not all that long ago that many argue was the best performance of his UFC career.
Yes, and I'm glad that Alexander Gustafsson is still here.
Yeah.
Because why would you leave when you still are so valuable to everything that happens in the UFC light heavyweight division? A very, very skilled striker, underrated wrestling, has scored takedowns on some of the best wrestlers the UFC light heavyweight division's ever seen. Tall, big, great cardio, a fantastic fighter is Alexander Gustafsson.
And he's going to hang around at least long enough to realize a third crack at that elusive UFC light heavyweight title. Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. So these fighters are just a year apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. We send it inside the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, This man is a Muay Thai fighter holding a professional record of 35 wins, 12 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the ex-murderer, Wanderlei Silva! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Bergliata.
All right, you ready? You ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in a striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off.
Well, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton, and to watch his punch like this puts a smile on my face.
Lands the right hand.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Another shot lands upstairs. Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist on bringing in Tom Brady. Stop. John, stop. Barely missed on an uppercut right here on the inside.
Do not back up. Let's go forward now.
Gustafsson gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Oh, volume strike. Man.
Who's hurt? Serve him up. Go get him. He got it.
Oh! Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep,
There you go.
absolutely.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Get that cage control now.
Nice punch by Alexander Gustafsson.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off.
Let's focus now.
Oh, landing a punch with the left hand now, so certainly putting it all together on the feet tonight.
Doing a lot of work with his offhand.
You're okay.
And he landed the right hand there. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh!
He's hurt bad, John. He's got to pressure. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, a little single collar tie there. Knee to the body. Another nice knee to the body. Both guys appeared to land there. Both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position in the clinch. Getting fatigued in the process, I would think.
It's very taxing to beat.
All right, so now we're on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Okay, ready? Round 2. You ready?
Second round underway. Oh, another strike to the body. Not a lot of real estate there, but he found it. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt
single collar tie here. Just misses with a left hook there.
Stay strong. He can't break your will.
That shot blocked by Vanderlei Silva.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Just misses with the straight right.
Big body kick lands.
Shows him the left. Huge elbow there. Oh, he dove with the punch and he lands. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now,
Looking for a guillotine.
oh, nice guillotine there.
He might get a finish here. Oh, what a beautiful, seamless transition to side mount as he counters the guillotine. Might be able to sink in a Von Flue choke here.
Escape.
Somehow stays in the fight. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees. He's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
Oh, and he pins the arm down, and that is it. So the tap comes shortly thereafter.
He got the arm straight, right? The moment he was able to break the lock, John, his opponent was in trouble. Hip pressure up, opponent had to tap.
And he tapped, and he lives to fight another day, but a huge win for his opponent by submission tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 51 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson.
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. All right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George Rush St. Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing of beauty.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St. Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St. Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St. Pierre, he truly changed the game.
All right, well, I'm excited for this one. This is a kickboxer of the highest order. He has so many different kicks and punches in his arsenal and figures to try to keep this on the feet here tonight.
The beautiful thing that he does is he throws that front push kick to create distance when a guy starts to get too close and wants to wrestle with him. He throws it, and the moment you're back at his range, he starts to blast high kicks. He doesn't always intend on landing them, but he beats up your arms with high kick after high kick after high kick. And as you get desperate, you start to run into knees, and he does not need much space to land a knockout punch. This guy is one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the UFC.
And if you don't find the striking range early against this guy, you could be in real trouble. Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. Belfort is 36. GSP is 39. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the official introductions, we send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, George Rush St. Pierre! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 26 wins, 14 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Victor the Phenom! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with the start of round 1. I can tell how excited you are for this matchup. Seems to be a slight advantage on one side, but
This is a big-time fight. It feels like a big moment for both of these guys' careers. Who is going to be able to implement their game? He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is Baby John. John, the weight difference, I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Andy.
keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Work, I'm gonna stand this up.
Just over 3 minutes to go now.
That's it, see the legs.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Now is able to isolate that left arm.
Look for him to step over the top of the head. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive option because now you can start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control. Because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Misses with the left hook. And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
And there's a takedown attempt. Nice straight punch there by Vitor Belfort. Single bottom tie here. Right hand upstairs. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round 1.
Parece que a luta tá ganha, mas ainda falta pra gente fechar, sacou? Não pode dar mole, não relaxa não.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round 2. Trying to establish that jab once again. Oh! Big knee lands there. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Oh, man. This ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is the opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponents to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Couple hammer fists there for good measure. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
St. Pierre's got his head looking for a guillotine.
Oh, nice guillotine there.
And he's out. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by George St. Pierre. Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked...
Oh! He was hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
All right, so he's got his head here looking to set up the guillotine choke now.
He's attacking guillotine. There it is.
And there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was. DC, take us through the replays.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent, got in his face, and showed this is my octagon. We are going to dance to the beat of my tune.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Crowd fired up, so are we. Third and final round. Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Huge block there. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Just misses there with the left.
He is throwing a fast, straight, hard jab. That's not a feeler jab. That's one that's really knocking the head back.
Beautiful takedown attempt land.
Entering in on a single leg takedown attempt here, and he is able to get the fight where he wants it. Nice job there.
The moment he secures that single leg, you can see how comfortable he is and the variety of finishes he has from this position.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an... Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. An attacking armbar. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Seconds to go in the fight. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Under a minute now to go in this one. I mean, how many can he take? 30 seconds remain in the round. Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys.
He's gonna attack armbar here.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. What a fight! Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 9-28, 30-27, 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, George Rush St. Pierre!
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him in our... Well, ground and pound is a true art form, and whether you're talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov, Jack Hermanson, or this guy, they've all taken it to the next level over the last several years.
Yes, it's unbelievable to watch him take control and find opportunities to land ground strikes. Now, what they do so well is he does not waste punches. He usually will find one good shot and take it. He does not try to just go punch, 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 punch for the sake of punching. He finds position. He finds posture. He brings his hands inside, and then he comes over the top with elbows, or he lands these big right hands that makes his opponents fold up, and then he goes to the next position, whether it be submission or continuing to ground and pound his opponent into the bottom of the octagon.
And of course, it all starts with maintaining top position, which he does as well as anyone in the game. All right, so another big spot for this high-level wrestler here tonight, and the opposition knows what's coming, but more often than not in the UFC, they've been unable to stop.
It's because since a little boy, he spent his life on the wrestling mats. And even though you start to prepare for it late, you cannot match his ability to train, his ability to focus. The idea that once he gets a hold of you, it only ends with him in top position. It does not matter if he has to get a high crotch. It does not matter if he needs to get a single leg or a double leg. The purpose is to get you to the floor, and he has been trained his entire life to do just that.
Yeah, you put it well. He's got a lot of throws and takedowns and trips in his arsenal, and he'll try to put them to good use in this matchup here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with similar height and reach. We send it inside the octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 21 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, USA, Tito ORTIZ! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 24 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Sugar Rashad Evans!
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1, grappler versus grappler. This was probably the wrong week for me to skip combat sambo class, but what are your expectations for this one?
I expect these guys to come together, man. I expect them to come together, and we're going to see some fantastic throws, and not only just fantastic throws, but just jockeying for position. Even though it may not look that these guys are doing much, the little details in the underhooks, in the clinches, in the foot position, head position, is going to be very interesting to watch.
Evans going for the head kick. No dice. Ortiz gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
Great posture control by the team.
Tito gets the takedown. Useful. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got now the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight. Then he's out. Oh, that's got to be discouraging as he gets right back up again. Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean, one of the best jabs in the world across all combat sports. The way that it just comes out, it's beautiful. The backside hand is always at the chin. The elbows tucked to the ribs. The jab goes out. The jab comes right back to the face. It's picture-perfect technique, almost like a Taibo clash or something like that. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Single collar tie here.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
All right, so once again, the fighters engage in the clinch. We'll see who will have the upper hand here, Chief.
There are so many options.
Oh, big knee!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent who's very back.
Oh, and that is it. Referee has seen enough, and maybe so have we. Your winner by TKO.
That was a great performance. Way to land those strikes and go and chase down the finish when you get an opportunity.
Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 27 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Sugar Rashad Evans!
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You've only after